Hi guys, I'm Emily and I'm here at the TATTI Lashes HQ and I'm going to be showing you how to create this Kim K look, so keep watching. So I've just applied my eyebrows off camera and I'm going to go in with my Makeup by Mario Nude palette and a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to go into these two browns here as my transition colour, and I'm going to start on the outer corner of my eyelid just in circular motions. So you just want to go straight through your crease. I am going to wing it out slightly on the outer corner because Kim K is loving a winged liner at the moment. So I'm also going to bring the transition colour up into the eyebrow. So this will really help contour your nose when we get to that. So I'm just going back into the colours just little and often, just building up that transition colour. So I'm just going to take a flat fluffy brush and I'm going to take a few dabs of this nudie colour and I'm just going to press that into the front of the lid just to give it a bit of a highlighted opening of the eye. This is the best nude shadow ever. If you need a palette, this is the one just for the nude. And then I'm going to go back in with this transition colour. I'm going to make sure that's all blended through. Then I'm going to take a flat brush and I'm going to go into this darker brown here and I'm just going to press it along my lash line. So I'm just taking it slightly higher towards the outer corner of my eyelid. And then when I get to the front of my eye, I'm being really careful to be really precise on this line here. You don't want to take it too high because we're still focusing on that winged out eye. You can always just angle your brush and it'll kind of do all the work for you anyway. So as you can see, I'm already creating that winged out eye in those three little steps. And then I'm just dragging the shadow in an upwards motion. And then I'm going to go back in with my blending brush and I'm just going to blend out the edge. Just taking it on a straight line out and then up. You don't want to go in circular motions now because you want to really wing up that shadow. So I've just applied some mascara, ready to apply my lashes, and I'm going to use the TATTI Lashes Double Trouble Lash Glue and Liner Duo. So it comes with this black end and also a nude end. So depending on what makeup look you're actually doing, you can use either of the glue. So because I'm doing more of like a winged out look, I'm going to go in with the black. So I'm going to follow the line I've created with the brown shadow. I'm going to start on the inner corner. When you create that shadow liner, it makes it really easy to do this winged outliner because the shadow already gives you a template for where you need to go. So I'm just aiming for the bottom of my eyebrow and then connecting back into, again, I'm going back into that shadow liner we created. And then you just want to connect everything. So I'm just taking a flat brush and I'm just going to make that line really crisp before I apply my lashes. So I'm going to use these TATTI Lashes Side Hustle lashes, which I love these because they are a half lash and it's perfect for a winged liner to lift that eye. So what's really good about the liner is it is quick set, so you can apply your lashes straight on. So I'm going to pop my lashes on a slight angle, again, just to give you that really nice lift. So I love these lashes because they're so natural but so glam at the same time, so they work with every look. So I'm just going to go off camera and do the other eye and then I'll be back to show you the skin. So now both eyes are done, I'm just going to pop on my base and foundation and then I'll be back to show you how to get Kim K's contour. So now my foundation is applied, I'm going to go in and contour. So this is the shade Natural Amber. I don't like to be too precise with my contour parts. I don't like to do lines and things, so I'm just gonna pop little round circles just below my cheekbones, on my forehead, down the sides of my nose. So I never go all the way up because I'll do that with my bronzer later on, and then I'm also going to go along my jawline. Then I'm going to take this angled fluffy brush and I'm just going to blend it all out like so. So as you can see, it just creates a really nice shadowing effect under the cheekbone. And also you don't want to be, you don't need to be too precise about your nose right now because we'll go back and highlight the in-between. Next, I'm taking this Estee Lauder concealer and I'm using the shade 3W. So this is only probably like 1 or 2 shades lighter than my foundation colour because I don't actually like the concealer to be too brightening, and I know Kim K never really goes that bright with her under eye either. So I'm going to pop some between my eyebrows, on my chin, under my cheekbones, and then also under my eyes. So I am going to take it right the way under my wing and then down my nose as well, just to make sure that that nose is looking snatched. And then just here, just to get rid of any shadowing. And then I always like to leave my concealer for a couple of minutes, just to create a bit of a thickness in the consistency. So then I'm just going to take a sponge and I'm just going to push the concealer into my skin, blending it all out. So I always blend the eyes last so they get the most time to set. And when I do get closer to my lash line, I will swap my sponge for a fluffy synthetic brush, and then I will just blend all this out in kind of like small tap-in motions. And then I am just going to slightly press over that with my sponge. So when that's all blended out, I am going to go in with a lighter shade of the same concealer. So this is 2N. And I'm just going to pop that on my under eyes. And then again, I'm going to go in with my sponge. I'm using really light dabs of this. So I'm being really light so I don't move any of the product underneath. Then with the excess, I'm just going to go back over those areas I popped some concealer on. So I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Powder in the shade 2 and this fluffy brush here, and then I'm just lightly going to dab that on. So it's really important to absorb any moisture before you're going to bake, otherwise you could get those little like grabby parts. So I'll just really ensure your under eye is really smooth. So I'm also going to set the other areas of my face as well. So mostly like my mid face area, my forehead. And then once you have a really light base of your powder, I'm then going to go in with my Huda Beauty baking powder in the shade Pound Cake. And then with a damp sponge, I'm just going to take the flat end. I don't like too much excess product on the sponge, so I'm just going to pop it on my hand. And then I just always start on my nose just to get that really snatched effect. And then I just lightly dab all the way along. So everywhere I've popped the concealer before, I'm going to go in with the excess product just to make sure the whole face is set. So I'm going to leave the bake on my nose for now, and I'm just also going to bake under my cheekbone here just so we get a really nice defined contoured Kim K look. And then I'm kind of going to go from like the mid cheekbone area, and I'm just lightly going to drag that towards my corner of my lip. So I'm going back in with my fluffy brush and I'm just going to dust over all the baking powder. So now I've dusted off that powder, you can really see where I've contoured my nose and my cheekbones. So Kim K always has that really satin finished like glow to her skin. So I'm next going to go in with my NARS Orgasm Liquid Blush. And I really want a small amount to start with because we've just applied that powder, you don't want to move anything underneath. I'm just gonna lightly press this in. But can you see how that just adds that glow to your skin? And then I'm also gonna take some of the excess product on the end of my nose and above my brow. So you want all the areas where you would normally catch the sun first. So now I'm gonna go in with my MAC bronzer. This is the shade Dark Tan. And I'm just gonna set all those areas we contoured previously. So I always will push in the bronzer. And then I'm gonna swap to a smaller blending brush. And using the same product, I'm just gonna connect my nose, my eyebrows to my nose, sorry. Then I'm gonna take a smaller blending brush and I'm gonna go in with the bronzer again. So I'm just gonna lightly blend some bronzer here. And then I'm also gonna apply some mascara to my bottom lashes. And then I'm not going to apply any highlighter to my cheeks, but I am going to go down my nose a little bit just to put some emphasis on that nose contour. So I'm going to take this NARS palette and I'm going to use this shade here and just take a little bit of product, and then I'm just focusing on the middle of my nose and I'm just going to bring that up halfway. So I've just applied my lip and this is the finished look. So I hope you've enjoyed learning this Kim K look, and you can shop everything for this lash look at tattilashes.com.